Hello traders, Rich here and welcome to Kucoin as episode 11, and today we are going to go over KCS. If you don't know about Kucoin, it's one of the largest crypto exchanges in the world with over 700 billion traded volume on the platform and 10 million registered users from more than 200 different countries. Kucoin has many features like margin trading, spot trading, trading bots, mining pool, staking, lending, and many more with over 700 listed coins. If you don't have an account yet, I make sure to attach my referral in the description below. And if you create an account through it, you'll benefit from 20% discounts on your trading fees. So let's get started. And as usual, cheers. As we clearly see, Kucoin has been overall bearish for a while, or KCS, its token, making big impulse movements, small correction, and we are currently in this big impulse movement. And if you remember, I posted many analysis about KCS when it was here, and so on. So we know that we are overall bearish, making lower highs and lower lows. So of course, from a long-term perspective, for the buyers to take over, we need a new swing high to form around the upper trend line and then a break above it and above the 15. Of course, if price trades higher from here. And the reason why we are looking for basket tops on lower time frames now is because KCS is sitting around a support area. It was acting as a support previously, price broke it downward, acting as a resistance, price broke it upward, support and support again. And of course, we had this aggressive movement upward from here like a couple of weeks ago. And I also posted about this area like around this time. So now as price is retesting this support again, which is around number 10 as well. That's why we'll be looking for basket tops also filling this previous wick, which we can see here, right? So long story short, we'll be looking for basket tops on KCS now, speculating this correction movement. Then, of course, we'll be waiting for a new swing high from around the trend line and then buy on break upward. So for now, we're around a support area. So we are looking for basket tops because, of course, unless KCS breaks it downward, then our 10 would become a resistance. In this case, a movement to the 5 support area and demand also would be expected. Okay, so now we're at a support area, but we don't buy blindly because price can still break it down. So we zoom into lower time frames and wait for extra confirmation. If you remember as well, I posted this analysis as a picture analysis that when Kucoin approaches, or KCS of course, approaches this lower support, we'll be looking for basket tops. Unless broken downward, then we'll be looking for basket tops here. You can see the support area better and cleaner from daily time frame, support here, resistance, support multiple times, and price is retesting it. So if we zoom into a lower time frame, for example, to H1, we can see that KCS is forming a giant head and shoulders pattern. Of course, it's an inverse head and shoulders pattern. Here's our neckline. And we currently have our right shoulder, a left shoulder, our head, and we're waiting for the right shoulder to form around this area. For example, of course, this is a analysis from a medium-term perspective. So we're waiting for this, a new right shoulder to form, and then we can buy on the neckline break upward, which is covering the entire structure, the entire range. Now, from a shorter term perspective, if we get this movement, then this would become our last high, and we can also buy on the zone break upward. So let me highlight it. Anyway, if we zoom in, we can see it even better. We've got an aggressive movement down from here. So this is a minor high here, okay? So for the bulls to take over from a short-term perspective, we need to see a break above it. Of course, I would like to stick to the inverse head and shoulders pattern idea. For the bulls to take over from a medium-term perspective, in this case, a movement till the upper trend line would be expected, which would be a correction movement, as we can see from daily and from weekly time frame. So we are speculating this movement here. Okay, so we'll be targeting the 15, around the 15 round number zone. So that's basically it. Meanwhile, and until the bulls take over, because you can clearly see that we are currently bearish from a short-term perspective, you might still make a lower low. In this case, if you break this 10 zone from daily time frame, then become a resistance, and a movement till the 5 would be expected, as I mentioned, from daily time frame. So that's basically it. And if you want in brief, we are around the support area from weekly. That's why we are looking for bus stops. We zoom into H1 for extra confirmation that the bulls are taking over, and we are waiting for the bulls to take over by breaking above this last major high, which would be the neckline of the inverse head and shoulders pattern. That's it for today, and I'll see you on the next episode.